SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, September 12th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Throughout the past high school season, swimming fans and the media were focused on national high school records and the Olympians who were setting them. Meanwhile, Carmel High School in Indiana went quietly about its business, winning a 27th consecutive girls swimming and diving state title last February in Indiana. Their legacy of excellence helped them win their second National Swimming World Magazine team title after tying with the Baylor School in 2011. Chris Plumb is the head coach at Carmel High School, and that's where he joins us now on Skype. Chris, great to see you. How are you today? Good, good. Thanks for joining us. I want to also mention not only are you the head coach at Carmel High School, but you're the head coach at Carmel Swim Club. How do you balance all of that with, I know Carmel is a high school is a winter season, but it's still got to be a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we, as we call around here, same team, different uniform. So a lot of the same kids do both, and it actually works pretty well for us.
In terms of percentage, how many of the swimmers for Carmel High School swim for Carmel Swim Club?
I would say 60 to 70% that swim high school swim on our club. So
okay.
Give or take a little bit every year, but that's about it.
So it's always a lot of familiarity in terms of transitioning them into the new season for you.
Yeah, we really don't miss a beat with the kids that swim in the club in high school. They just go one to the other, and that continuity really helps us at the end of the season.
Does being named the best girls high school swim team in the country get any kind of recognition around Carmel High School, or at least around Carmel?
Yeah, it certainly does. You talk about swimming here, everyone brings up Carmel. You know, it's certainly, it's tough too. We have a lot of great athletics at our high school as well, but you know, definitely you speak of the swim club, you speak of the swim team, people know who you are and they know the tradition of swimming that's going on here.
Which one means more, winning the 27th straight state title or winning the second national high school championship? And you won't offend us if you say the state title.
Well, what we like to say around here is we want to win national titles. That's our goal, is to win a national title. And when you're going for national titles, you just so happen to win your state title. So when we're thinking bigger things, national title, the state titles take care of themselves. So, I mean, they're both special. They both mean a lot. I never want to take the state title for granted. But, you know, winning that national title outright was a really big deal. I mean, tying 2 years ago was fun and all, but, you know, we wanted to get it outright, and that was our goal from the beginning.
After the state meet in February, are you the type of coach who sits down with all the times from around the country, gets them all together and say, well, we got a shot, or is it, you know, when September rolls around, that's when you actually know? Well,
you know, I knew it would be close, and I knew we loaded the relays to have our best chance. And 2 years ago, I got a call in like July from Swimming World saying, you guys, you won or you tied. And I didn't get that call here in July, so it came a little later. It came in August, so I was a little more nervous this year. But, you know, I didn't sit down and aggregate. I knew we had good relays, and I knew we had some good individuals, and I thought it would be good enough, but I didn't sweat it too much.
Well, let's talk about those relays. Carmel had the fastest 200 medley relay in the country, the second fastest 200 free relay, and the sixth fastest 400 free relay, I believe. So, and you said you really loaded them up. Do you normally put a lot of focus on the relays in the high school season?
Well, this year we had a freshman girl who I went to, and I said, I think if we're going to need to win the national title, I'm going to need you on all three relays. And that was Veronica Birchall's, and she happily stepped up and did that, and I really felt like that was the difference for us winning and putting a lot of stock in all three and taking an individual out of their second event. So we knew we'd be really strong across all three, and and it happened, so it worked out.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a freshman to say you're going to be the catalyst for our national titles.
Yeah, and she took it in stride. She loved it. She loved every minute of it, and from our prelims to finals, she got better. So it was a lot of fun to watch her do that. And she won the 100 free in the meet, so it was a good day for her.
Yeah, I could tell. Gosh, to be a freshman and win the state title, it's got to be a lot of motivation for her the next 3 years.
Yeah, she's excited. She's done a great job. She swam again this summer at the junior national meet, so she's on her way.
Well, in addition to being the fastest medley relay, you guys just missed the National Public High School record. I'm sure that probably hurt a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we got that record a couple of years ago, and then it was broken again. And, honestly, we knew we would be fast, but I didn't think we'd be that fast this year. At the last second, I switched our breaststrokers, and that really dropped us, that really put us up there. Before that, I wasn't really sure of that breaststroke spot, and, we just switched at the last minute and worked out. So,
well, Indiana doesn't get a lot of, I guess, recognition as a swimming powerhouse, which is, I guess, kind of is not deserved. I mean, you've had Olympians come out of Indiana. You got Indiana University a little bit further south, which is turning out some great swimmers, and not to mention Carmel. So give us an idea of what the culture of age group swimming is like there in Indiana.
I'd say it's very strong. I think we compete with a lot of other sports here in Indiana. Obviously, basketball is a pretty big deal. Football is becoming big. Girls soccer, cross country. There's a lot of sports to compete with around here. So, but it's strong. The teams around here that we compete against in the state, they're doing really well. Being an IU swimmer myself, it's good to see IU, putting swimmers back up there on the national team, and Notre Dame, and having a national team swimmer. So, I feel like Indiana's a state that's coming on strong. I know the boys up in Chesterton are really good too. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's a challenge, and it's getting better every year, and it makes us better too. So, I think we're a little bit unheralded, but I think we're going to be, a state to contend with going forward.
I think if you're a girl at Carmel High School and you're having having to choose which sport to play in the winter, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, you just got to be part of this tradition on the swim team. Do you, besides the girls that you have from your swim club, I mean, dealing with the ones who don't have USA swimming experience, do you find it pretty easy to say, come and swim with us?
Well, last year was the biggest team we've ever had. I think we had 70 girls on our team, so it's not a matter of our numbers. And in fact, we've had to figure out a way to make it all work, and that's a challenge for us. So it's definitely something that people in the school want to be a part of, even with going 3 and 4 mornings a week, and training till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And the girls still want to come out and be a part of it because it is special, and it is something that you have with you the rest of your life.
What's it going to take to get the boys team to be on equal ground as the girls team?
Yeah, we've really taken a hard look at our boys team, and they've been good, but not quite as good. And we're starting at our younger ages and separating our boys and girls a little more, trying to get that camaraderie among the boys at younger ages, so they stick with the sport and that they believe this is the sport for them. And we solve the issues of our senior team at our age group level. So we've actually gone back and just try to begin at our 9, 10s, 11, 12s. 11, 12 boys was the biggest group we sent to age group state, and we know that down the road they're coming. And I pay attention to what is Chesterton doing, what are Bowles doing, and try to learn from them and figure it out. And it's never easy here. In the Midwest state, there's 300 boys playing football, and basketball is a big thing. So we're up against competition, and we know we've got to get those young boys to come swim. Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte, those guys don't hurt us, but we got to get them in our sport to stay and to believe that this is a sport for them.
You mentioned Bowles, and it was very interesting because they were the boys' national team title for us. Same kind of program, Sergio coaches the high school and he coaches the age group program there. Just from your perspective, what did you think about the great year that they had?
Well, it was fun to watch. We knew, they're in the fall, so watching their boys tear it up, and it's just exciting to see so many young athletes compete at such a high level. And I tell our athletes all the time, anybody can do it. It doesn't matter the age anymore. Don't limit yourself because you're 15 or 16 or 17. There are people out there getting it done, and you've got to believe you can too. Don't look at it as an age thing. Don't wait. The time to go fast is now, and if you believe in it, you can do it. And that's been fun, and it's been exciting for us. And we saw them how we knew they were going to win, and we wanted the same thing.
Well, you did it, and I would imagine it's going to be a little bit tough to repeat that. You had a couple of seniors on your relays that are no longer there. So how do you try to replace them and continue to not just win state titles, but do well on the national level?
Yeah, well, I can tell this girls' team is going to be just as excited and just as hungry. We're going to talk about it takes character to repeat, and we need to have character to repeat. And it's going to take a lot. And we know there's other teams out there, the Baylors, the Bowls, teams in California, all over the place, are going to come. They're going to come for us, and they're going to want that piece. So we've got to be even better, and that's our goal, is to be even better. And we also talk a lot about too, not just being good for that high school meet, but we want to be great competitors and a team to be reckoned with next summer at the Long Course Junior National meet. So, we're not just looking at the next 6 months, but rather the next 12.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. It's probably hard also to now be the hunted and not the hunter.
Well, we're kind of used to being the hunted, winning 26 in a row, and that's kind of the saying around Indiana, ABC, anybody but Carmel. So we welcome the challenge, and we want it. We want people to come for us because it makes us better. We welcome competition.
Before we let you go, we're going to do something a little bit different here on the Morning Swim Show, kind of start a little tradition, and hope you can help us out with kind of to borrow from inside the actor's studio. I want to ask you a few questions just to kind of get your thoughts on them. First question, if you could change the order of the individual medley, how would you change it?
Yeah, I'd like to see Butterfly go last. That'd be a lot of fun to see who's worked the hardest to finish the race.
Oh boy, that would be a very brutal finish.
Brushstroke first to get it out of the way.
That would make 400 IM interesting to see the butterfly at the end, definitely.
Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you like to try?
Oh, great question. I really love stocks, and I love trading stocks and paying attention to the stock market, and I think I'd be somehow involved in business in the stock market.
Okay. What profession would you least like to try?
Oh, something to do with cleaning the sewers or something. That's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah. I'm sure as a swim coach, though, you've had to clean some stuff down in the pump room.
I've cleaned a few pools in my day, and I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah. If you could add or remove any rule from the swimming rule book, what would it be?
I would love to see 15-meter rule taken away. I think it was a lot of fun to see kids and athletes kick as far as they wanted to underwater. I mean, those were fun. Waiting and watching someone to come up to the surface. I thought that was exciting.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure it would be good. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe a race where they say there are no 15-meter marks or something like that, just to change it up and have some fun.
Okay. Last question: where's your favorite place to go on vacation?
My favorite place to go on vacation have to be the mountains. I love hiking, getting to the top of a mountain, and camping. Those are my favorite things to do.
Well, personally, me being from the Midwest, I could agree with you.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of mountains here, so
Yep.
It's something to.
Well, Chris, thanks for joining us. Congratulations again on another national title. We're looking forward to seeing how number 28 comes about, and we'll be tabulating the times, as I'm sure a lot of people will be, to see if you can repeat as national champion.
Well, we look forward to it. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. If you want to get a copy of Swimming World's September issue of Swimming World magazine, where you can see who won the boys and girls national team titles and how all the other times ranked up, just go to swimmingworld.com, click on the subscribe tab, and purchase back issues. And that's going to do it for the Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.